How's it going, guys? Today on the show, we hit a really important milestone. Ever since I started this channel a few years ago with my then stock 2009 Challenger RT, I had two goals in mind. Run a 12-second time slip with my car and get close to Scat Pack power with my 5.7. I bought my car in 2009 when the RT was a solid option versus the 6.1 liter Hemi, which put out 425 horsepower. Now I remember around 2015 or 2016 or so, after the 392 Hemis had been out for a little bit, and I'd had a chance to see a couple at the track and check out a few on YouTube and stuff, see a few videos and things like that. I remembered seriously considering trading in my 5.7 for the 6.4 Hemi in a Scat Pack, or at that point, an SRT 392. So the problem was, when I did the math on it, I was basically looking at the same price I had paid for my Challenger brand new after the difference of the trade-in. And jumping back into 5 or 6 years of payments with the same car payment after I'd had it paid off, it just didn't seem like the smartest idea. So I went the modding route, which was just fine by me because, truth be told, I'm pretty attached to this car, I'm not gonna lie. So to me, this car represents the comeback of Dodge to an amazing performance brand, dominating the marketplace with amazing high horsepower performance muscle cars. It's the first Challengers that really kicked this whole thing back off for Dodge, so I guess I'm just sentimental about it, okay?
That's a Dodge Challenger. It was designed by people who really, really love cars, for people who really, really love cars.
Now, since the HRT Stage 2 cam put me in Scat Pack territory at the dyno, I've been dying to test out the real-world performance out of the drag strip and see how my 5.7 actually compares to a 392 car at the track. Now, I knew from a roll we were dead even. Yeah. But I wanted a quarter-mile race to compare from 0 to over 100 miles per hour, how the two cars stacked up against each other. That is a pretty good sample size to compare performance. Now this season, if you follow my channel, you've got to see me beat up on quite a few 6th gen Camaro SS's, but for some reason, there never seemed to be any Scat Packs at my track. But now finally, on the second last street legal night of the season, I finally got to line up with a 392 Hemi powered Charger. Now let's get into this and answer the question that we've been dying to find out. Finally, after the entire season long, we get our wish to come true and line up against a pretty nice 392. I was talking to the gentleman just before. He actually literally bought the car today and he brought it out here to race it. So I mean, man, what a sport. If you're gonna buy a Challenger with a Hemi, I mean, even with the V6, you might as well take it straight to the track after buying it. Like, that guy's got the right attitude, let me tell you. So his car's totally bone stock. He literally even has the stock 245 tires on it. So he's got a disadvantage. I have the 275 wide tires on mine, so he definitely has a disadvantage. Him launching is going to be definitely tougher. So I mean, I will say that his transmission is going to give him an advantage because he's obviously got the 8-speed automatic, which is definitely faster than the manual 6-speed that I have. But all things considered, just looking at the times that both of us are running tonight, it is going to be an exceptionally close race. Very, very close. This is literally a first time, folks. Literally the first time that has happened. And we've been trying to do this for the last couple seasons and it hasn't happened. Finally, it's gonna happen. We did get to race my good buddy Jay in his stock Charger 392. This guy's Charger is really like very, very close to the same as Jay's, except for Jay's has the 275 wide tires on it. But yeah, this should be really, really close race. Like I say, the times where both of us are running are extremely close to each other, so this should be pretty good. I'm pretty excited. 2.1 is the best 60 foot that I can muster with the manual. I think that torque, not having a torque converter, really holds me back from that, because I dead hook with these Nitto Tri 5Rs. They are great tires. Should be pretty good. Get nice and warmed up. All right. Let's see how we do. Oh, not quite a gentleman, but that is okay. We're dead even, folks. We're dead even. Oh, I'm pulling on him. Pulling on him. Pulling on him. And we got him, literally. Oh my God, that was the closest race I think I've ever had at the track. I got him by a fender. Like, he was at my mirror when we went through that. That was like as close as it gets. I got a really crappy launch off that one. I was revving too high and then tried to back off my rev as the light was coming down, so I did not get a good launch. I think he beat me on the tree on that one. That was not great, but that was not great by me at all. But god damn it, was that ever a close race. Wow, that was a fun one. I'm sure you guys can't really see me at all. Does that help? Kind of. Holy crap, guys, that was literally the closest race I have had here ever. Like, we were side by side each other literally the entire way down the track. That was unbelievably close. What a great race. I told you this car is pretty much dead even with a 392. It performs about the same. Now let's see what the times were. Now I ran a 13.2 on that one and he ran a 13.25. Holy shit. He ran a 1.9 60 foot time, so his 60 foot was better than mine, which I predicted. And I ran a 2.0 60 foot time. That's the best 60 foot time that I've literally run all night. So unbelievable. That was so close. We both ran 13.2s. We were both absolutely neck and neck that whole time. That was a really fun race. So after that first race, I did check the footage of my camera and realized that you couldn't see that Charger for the entire race. To be fair, I didn't exactly expect to jump ahead of him and then stay there for the whole race. I thought maybe he would probably get ahead of me off the line because those automatics are always a little quicker with the torque converters, especially for the 60 foot times. And then maybe I'd pull on him a bit, something. The other thing is I usually like to shoot from the right-hand lane with the camera facing left. That way you can see me shift, you can see the lights, and you can see the car in the left-hand lane. You can get a view of everything that's happening all from one camera view. But me being in the left-hand lane, I just had the camera facing more dead straight ahead, hoping that you would be able to see him out of the side view of the right-hand side of the car. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. We stayed ahead of him the whole time. So this second race, I decided to flip the camera so it's literally facing out to the right-hand side of the car. So the entire race, you can watch the Charger and see exactly how close we are, how the launches were, where we pull, where we're even, everything that's going on. So, second race, back to back. All right, here we go. Round 2 versus the Charger 392. This ought to be a good one. Let's see if he gets revenge on me from last time, because that was a really close one. Got some good heat in the tires and a good spot on the track. Oh, let him get staged because I'm a gentleman. Got him. And oh my God, close. Very close, but I got him for round 2. So there you have it, guys. My first 2 runs at the track against a 392 Charger, and I managed to squeak out 2 wins. Super, super close races though. Such good races. Now, there are a few points I want to make here. First off, I thought this was a really good comparison between the 2 cars because first off, the Charger had stock wheels on it. It did have 245s, but they were the stock 20-inch rims. We all know that when you run a tire, like a 17-inch tire and a drag wheel setup at the track, you can drop a significant amount of time just reducing the diameter of your tires, as well as lighter weight rims and skinnies on the front, all that stuff. You can drop over a half a second just like on your tires immediately. So having a Charger that is totally stock, but not only totally stock, on the stock rims, I really like that comparison because it's just like our cars would line up if we were driving them on the street. If we had met up on the way home or something like that from the track at a light, this is what the run would kind of shake down to be. I'm on my 20-inch factory-ish wheels, a little factory replicas that are a little wider so I can fit a 275 wide tire. Still 20-inch wheels, he's on 20-inch wheels as well, so I like that comparison because it's more car versus car and takes the wheel variable out of it. Now I do want to point out as well that although he had 245s on the Charger, he still managed to get out of the hole clean both times. And any of you guys that are driving a 392 that came factory with 245 tires, you understand how unbelievably difficult that is. That is super, super impressive. He came away with 1.9 60-foot times on stock 245 tires is freaking incredible. Really, really good times. That's a lot of control and really good launch technique because he wasn't lighting up his tires at all. There's no way you would hit a 1.9 if you were lighting up your tires, but really impressive driving by him. I'll say that for sure. The last point I want to make is I know that he had just gotten that car that day and taken it to the track that night, his first day of owning the car, but it wasn't his first time racing at the track. Before that, he'd mentioned that he used to come and race his Jaguar at the track all the time, and he had just traded it and got this Charger Scat Pack and wanted to check it out. So, although he's new to that car, he's not just some noob who is totally new to racing and I'm just taking advantage of and beating up at the track because he doesn't know what he's doing. He definitely had experience racing, so it was definitely a fair comparison. Mind you, with some better tires and a little more practice launching, I'm sure he would have his 60-foot down for sure, which would definitely give me some more problems. Nonetheless, he got away clean. I got away clean on factory wheels, both of us. That's a pretty good comparison. That's one reason why I really like this comparison between the 2 cars. So for all you guys out there who have really been pondering the question of whether or not you should modify your 5.7 or if you should just get rid of it and trade it in for a Scat Pack, the only thing I can say is that now you've seen my man RT Life beat a stock Scat Pack with his Cam 5.7. You saw my man Modern Red Hemi beat stock Scat Packs with his 5.7. Now you've seen me beat Scat Packs with my cammed 5.7 with a factory catback. Nonetheless, I just want to point out. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and following me along with my modification journey. If you haven't yet, please click the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content I put out. Don't want to miss another video that I put out. As always, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll talk to you later. Cheers.